Hey, what's up everybody? This is Iconic Repaints, back with another video. I hope you guys aren't sick of the Godzilla stuff yet, because I do got a few more coming, and this guy I'm really excited about because it's one of my favorites. Completely fell into my lap. Was not expecting to get this guy or even find this guy anytime soon, because he's a very rare and sought after kit. In fact, pretty much anything for this particular Godzilla, which is Godzilla 1964, very popular, hard to come by, usually shoots up in value. But I scored this guy from the same guy I got the 1955, which I did a video up recently, and it was, like I said, it was a great deal, and I really just couldn't pass up on it. So here we are. He did come somewhat assembled, as far as he had a couple of the spines I think on, and the legs were on and everything like that, but I did have to glue the lower half of the torso and the upper half of the torso together. And then after that, it was what is my least favorite part in all of this, is cutting these spines off the rack and kind of shaving them down, and to the point where they perfectly kind of go into the back and the pieces fit into the little sections the way they should. Hate that part. It's the most tedious part. It drives me nuts. But Godzilla would look really ridiculous if he didn't have the back spine, so you got to do it. So this is the Kaiyodo 1964. He's 32 centimeters tall, which pretty much puts him in the 12 to 13 inch range. Way bigger than a 1955. I think he's like twice as big. Mothra versus Godzilla. It followed up King Kong versus Godzilla, which was a big success for Toho. For a Japanese-made movie, it did extremely well. And Mothra was just like Godzilla, an already pre-established monster from her own solo movie. Naturally, the best idea was to kind of put these guys together to try to cash in on that King Kong versus Godzilla ticket sales. It didn't really match that success, but it was still really successful on its own. And I think over time, it's gotten more beloved over the years. And I think especially in America, it's really carried over in popularity. So what's, not only is it a very popular movie, but the Godzilla design itself from this movie is extremely popular, and it's it's like the last hurrah for Godzilla being evil, which started in 1954. And it's at this point where you start off with the first film in what I consider to be the best self-contained trilogy in the entire series. Obviously the series started in 1954 and it's still ongoing today, but the original Showa series was 1954 to 1975. A lot of people casually refer to this series or look back fondly in this series from their childhood, where Godzilla, like, is in the late 60s and 70s, was like a full-fledged superhero. Well, this was kind of like the last movie where Godzilla wasn't any of that. He was malicious and kind of always very wicked and sinister looking. And in this movie, even though he lost the demon ears and the fangs that he had in the earlier movies, he has like this resting bitch face, sort of wicked, sinister expression that he just carries the entire movie. He has these eyebrow things that really, I think, are mostly responsible for that perceived rage and anger. The movie, and he's meant to be the yang to Mothra's yin. Mothra is a goddess, and she's the protector of the planet. She's pure. It's everything. She's completely innocent, and Godzilla is just destroying everything in his path. He's unstoppable. No matter what everybody tries to slow him down, nothing could do it. So naturally, they come to blows, and Godzilla will eventually beat the adult Mothra. But of course, she just so happens to have an egg that hatches two little twin caterpillars that annoyingly wrap Godzilla up in a cocoon and send him tumbling into the water. I love the movie. I don't really care for the ending. I know the good guy usually has to win, but it's just kind of ridiculous to have this unstoppable monster be beaten by the two caterpillars. Anyway, rant over. But It's really it's the first aspect of Godzilla's transition into becoming a good guy. So since this is the last movie where he's a villain, the next movie, Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, it really catapults directly from this movie. They refer to the events in this movie in that, which is not something that the original series always did so well. Like, even though it was all the same series, you'd have events in the first films being purposely ignored later on in the series. Like, by the 13th movie in, you would expect everybody to kind of be on board with the program. They know what they're dealing through, but you'll still have people surprised that monsters exist. Like, I don't know where these people have been all this time. But anyway, so this leads directly into Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster. It's pretty much seamless, and then after that comes Invasion of the Astro Monster, aka Monster Zero, where Godzilla's a full-on, he's boxing like Muhammad Ali, and he's doing dance moves and stuff like that. Like, it got really kiddie really fast. But it's really, I mean, as far as narratively speaking, it's a really strong part of the series. It's the golden age era of the sci-fi movie, of the monsters movie. It's really when the effects were at their peak, and the soundtrack, the artistry was at its best. The popularity was probably at its peak right before it started winding down, because it got a little too kid friendly, too quick. But and this movie, to me, it's really as far as being on a serious note, it's as far as the show series is concerned, it's really the last bit of that evil, malignant Godzilla. Love the design. This kit, I think, is a perfect representation of it. It's better than X Plus, the 25 centimeter, the 30 centimeter, the gigantic series. Whatever you want to put up against it, this is better. I love the closed mouth. I think it really captures how Godzilla looked pretty much 80% of the movie that he's in. He's always got that kind of Grim Reaper expression as he stalks through everything in his path. And I really don't think they could have done anything better. One thing that I was really happy with, the eyes came out. What I did for the eyes was I painted them first, and then I put the glossy sealant on them first and left it that way before I did anything else to the body, so I didn't have to go back and fix them over and over again, and I could this way put just a regular basic clear coat on the body. The eyes are already glossy. I don't need to worry about different sealants affecting different parts of the paint job and anywhere else. And that's pretty much it. It's as you can see in the pictures, I'm gonna have pictures of him lined up against the 1955 kit. I'm gonna have a picture of him next to the Tis Facto resin kit, so you can kind of just see the difference in the texture and everything like that. Mind you, this kit came out in 1994, and the Tis Facto Godzilla Evolution, which I got earlier this year, it came out in I think like January 2021. So it's years and years of difference between the two, but still, I think this guy holds up really well. And I appreciate you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I got more coming for you. So everybody, keep hanging out. Appreciate it, and everybody be safe. Have a good weekend. Peace.